After 2 years as president of the Amateur Comedy Club, Eamon Wood shares a few final thoughts in this edition of ACC Offstage.
It's got nothing left.
Yeah. So you're looking quite splendid right now. I mean, honestly, I warned you, I suppose, this time that.
Yeah, you did. I wasn't caught with my head in the oven cleaning it, not anticipating to go in there. And I knew this was happening. And I did watch Stan's movies, and they were splendid. So yes, I'm wearing the club tie and the club cufflinks.
Oh yeah, look at those. Those are spiffy.
Yeah, so I got these from Mike Prince. Both I got a tie, which has fallen apart that I need to fix, and I got the cufflinks from Mike Prince, which are no longer available. So that was special and kind of, the beauty of the Amateur Comedy Club and handing down things to, from the old to the new.
Yeah. So it's it. This is it. This is your last night of in the White House, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, coming on 3 minutes to 6 is when we kick off the final annual general meeting of what was 2 wonderful years. Long in some stretches, but all in all, looking back on it, it's been a lot of fun. It's definitely unfortunate that it has to, end this way. I think we were doing, such wonderful things and coming off a great show and looking forward to a great spring show where, I was hoping to actually audition for it too, whether I would have gotten in or not, but it would have been like a healthy competition, 3 roles for 3 great actors. There was a great buzz around it, only to be halted by, this COVID thing. So, it's unfortunate, but I'm delighted with what happened looking back. I mean, we elected some wonderful people, that I'm really proud of, that are, fully participatory. And, we're really leaving the place, thanks to you as well, being on the same executive committee, in better shape than we left it. And, we'll go from here, and we're going to do some wonderful things like you're doing now. David Eby's got something in the works too. Whenever this is published, it might have already happened. So, we're going to, get creative a little bit and see what we can't do in the meantime while we can't all be together.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the best thing one can do is these things. So yeah, I mean, I'm tired of it's like being a boy in the bubble. Everything is like, I feel like I'm talking to you and you're like behind a sheet of glass at Rikers Island.
Well, it's hard, right? Yeah, I mean, you can only get used to it so much too.
And you don't want to get used to it. I mean, truly get used to it.
No, I don't want to. But I will, and I will say, and I don't know how it is for you, but I now talk to almost everybody on video. It really is that interesting now human, predisposition and disconnect. Whereas I would talk to people on the phone or text messages, but now that people have time and they don't get to see you as often, everything is a video call.
Yeah.
It's interesting how the human condition changes because they want to, we're visual people, a lot of us. And so we need that kind of, even whatever we can get from a social interaction, if it's even in a screen.
Yeah, no, it's troubling. Do you plan to have an advisory role as you go forward?
No, I will lend myself to the next administration for whatever they need. I will take part in whatever they ask, but I will not, insert myself into any of their decisions. I am proud of as well this executive committee really making an effort to fully transition the new members, providing all sorts of tools, to them in the transition to make it as seamless as possible, so that they don't have to go digging for things or asking down the line that everything's prepared for them. But I am also happy to help wherever I can. I mean, I needed all the help that I could get. I credit the past presidents for being available and picking up the phone whenever I had a question on some sticky matters, especially during the beginning of my first term. There were some questions that I didn't have the answers to, and they were able to provide guidance based on what their experience was and what pulse they had on the club. So them, along with the executive committee that we had, we were able to make decisions that we were confident were right, for the best of the club, members, associates, and guests.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you had 2 real rocky years, frankly.
we learned a lot. There were challenges, but there are challenges in every, every executive committee and every administration, right? I mean, thank God I didn't have the water main blow in the basement 3 days after I was elected, like, a particular president, or the roof fall in, or, some of these other things. A lot of this stuff was, just managing people. And, we were able to do that well, talk to everybody and make things work out despite. I mean, at the end of the day, everything worked, nobody died, and people had a good time. And that's what is important,
Yeah.
And with that, I think that was, infectious, that people saw it, because if you look at, the past 2 years, or at least a year and a half, because it's a leading indicator with people coming on board. I don't want to name names of anybody, but if you look at the bottom of that third column, in the roster, in the program rather, as we kind of list, the member of longest standing to the member of shortest standing. If you look at that bottom of that third column up, we elected some, 10, 12 really good guys, and we have a couple coming in tomorrow, again, whenever this is published, at the annual general meeting, which I'm really excited about. Some really talented people, both on stage and backstage, of all ages. So when things do open back up, I'm really excited about getting everybody, back together, and having fun again.